Under its lovable characters and unique sense of humor, Dandadan carries a profound depth within its black and white pages. The series explores Buddhist philosophy, threading themes of suffering and spiritual growth throughout its story. In Buddhism, suffering is a central concept, and much like the yokai and aliens, each supernatural being in Dandadan grapples with its own form of suffering that binds it to the human world. And if you've been living under a rock and haven't heard about Dandadan, Dandadan is a manga published in Weekly Shonen Jump by Tatsuya Nobu. The story follows two main characters, Ayase Momo and Tatakura Ken, whom Momo nicknames Okarun. Both Momo and Okarun are suddenly plunged into the world of yokai, aliens, and bizarre paranormal phenomenon. Momo is a headstrong girl who believes in ghosts, but scoffs at aliens, while Okarun is a nerdy outcast who believes in aliens, but dismisses ghosts. After a bet to prove each other wrong, they encounter a terrifying force beyond their imagination. Okarun encounters a hostile yokai, and Momo faces dangerous aliens. Beneath these paranormal clashes lies a deeper layer, as each supernatural encounter subtly reflects Buddhist teachings on suffering and the nature of existence. Kawabanga Mai and Sawaki-rin have been friends since elementary school, sharing a dream of becoming idols one day. However, before their big talent show audition, they both had a heated argument. Rin was caught in a difficult choice between caring for her sickly grandmother or keeping her promise to attend the audition with Mai. In the end, she chose to prioritize her family over their shared dream, which caused Mai to feel betrayed. On the day of the audition, Mai had second thoughts and confessed that she couldn't go on with the audition without Rin by her side. Encouraged by her grandmother, Rin decided to attend after all. Tragically, when Mai and her mother drove to pick up Rin for the audition, they were struck by another car, and both Mai and her mother lost their lives in that accident. Mai's story serves as an example of going against the Buddhist concept of samsara. According to Oxford bibliographies, Buddhists conceive of the world as a suffering-laden cycle of life, death, and rebirth without beginning or end. Beings are driven from life to life through a system known as karma, which is calculated based on the being good or ill actions committed in their previous lives. Even after death, Mai was upset that Rin blamed herself for her death, feeling that this guilt was misplaced. Unable to convey her forgiveness and regret for leaving Rin with such pain, Mai became emotionally anchored to the physical world, removing herself from the samsara cycle. She became a vengeful spirit known as an obutsuman that clings onto Rin. Even when Mai gains closure, she still chooses to defy the samsara cycle by deciding to stay close to Rin, vowing to become Rin's guardian spirit to help Rin fulfill her childhood dreams of becoming an idol. In this way, Mai's story shows both the departure from as well as the return to the cycle of samsara. She initially rejected the natural flow of her birth due to her attachments, but ultimately aims to reach closure by fulfilling her and Rin's shared dreams. Mai's journey reflects the Buddhist struggle between attachment and release, illustrating how deep bonds and unresolved desires can disrupt the path to liberation. But Mai's story is just one of many within Dandadan that weaves in between the lines of samsara. The ultimate goal is to transcend this cycle and achieve nirvana, a state of liberation from suffering. According to the Stanford Program on International and Cross-Cultural Education, nirvana is believed to be attainable only with the elimination of all greed, hatred, and ignorance within a person. Nirvana signifies the end of the cycle of death and rebirth. This concept itself runs deep within Dandadan, especially through characters like Mai, who struggle with letting go and moving on. In addition to that, at the end of chapter 163, we're even showed a large spread of mandalas depicting the 9 consciousnesses, which is a Buddhist concept describing the layers of awareness. The inclusion of these mandalas, which is symbolic of representation to the universe, hints at a broader connection to Buddhism, especially with Sanjerman Hakushaku, or Count Saint-Germain, and his ambitious goals to achieve Dandadan. At this current moment, we do not currently know what Dandadan is by the time of making this video, but based on my understanding, there is a chance that Count Saint-Germain's goal is to achieve enlightenment, or in some way control it. With the mandalas being a symbolic representation of the universe, it wouldn't surprise me that he would want to take control of the universe through Dandadan somehow. And honestly, I am very excited to find out Dandadan's full connection to the 9 consciousnesses depicted in the Central 8 Petal Hall, which is commonly associated with the womb realm. While Dandadan is not overly a Buddhist story, its themes and narrative elements, particularly the portrayal of karma, the circle of life and rebirth, and enlightenment, resonate with many key Buddhist teachings. The show's exploration of supernatural phenomenon, moral consequences, and personal growth through strange and often chaotic experiences reflect a deeper philosophical engagement with the questions about life, the universe, and human nature that are all central to Buddhism. By blending these ideas through the supernatural lens, Dandadan offers a narrative that can be interpreted as an exploration of these profound concepts in a playful and imaginative way. And if you found it interesting how Dandadan's story explores Buddhist philosophy, you may also be interested in how Deku's true purpose as the greatest hero stemmed from him changing what it meant to be a hero.